Greetings YouTube, it is your buddy Choppadon coming at you with another episode of Chop Talk, brought to you by DFSArmy.com, your one-stop shop for everything DFS related. Today we're focused on NFL. Yeah, you know about the baseball, you know about the basketball, you know about the PGA, all of that good stuff that we have covered inside DFS Army. What I'm going to show you today is the NFL research station for Week 1 NFL DFS. I am absolutely thrilled. I'm not screaming. I got kids in the house. I'm trying to keep them quiet so that I can get this video out to you in short order. We're going to take a quick tour. I haven't opened this thing up myself. I just want to show you my first reaction as I go through it and what I might be looking at. These numbers are all going to change. All of the stats, all of the info is going to change as we get more information, as preseason starts wrapping up and NFL starts kicking off. What you need to do for me is you need to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, get down there into the comments section and follow me, as well as become a VIP. If you want to open something, grab the controls yourself. This is what you're just going to have to do. Be a VIP. We have several pricing tiers, several options. DFSArmy.com is the site. Coupon code CHOP, C-H-O-P, triggers that 10% off savings for you. And we'll get you in here and get you trained on the thing yourself, and then we'll use the optimizer, the domination station right up here, and we'll start taking into all of the tools and everything at your disposal. We'll coach you on how to use it. We'll make you a better player. DFSArmy.com. What you're going to do, pick DraftKings, pick Fanduel, your site, whichever one it is. I'm assuming you can go right back to it and play the other one. But when this bad boy comes up, it's going to open up, I believe, on the quarterbacks matchups page, and you're seeing all of the quarterbacks. Rocket arm rating, I don't know what that means. I'm going to have to ask the designers. The salary is going to be tracked from week in and week out, showing the salary increases and decreases. Of course, we can use that as a little bit of a tip. We know that DraftKings tends to be more sensitive towards that stuff than FanDuel, so I'm excited to follow that. Of course, you got your home team, away team, all of your fantasy points, projections, your Vegas lines. It looks like it's default sorted here by fantasy projections for FanDuel. So Deshaun Watson, Tom Brady, Cam Newton, these guys are all coming to the top based on matchups as of right now. Vegas lines have apparently been released. And then, of course, we have projections for passing attempts, yards, touchdowns, interceptions, all that good stuff that goes into making up the projections. And that is going to be an amazing situation to watch for both season long and DFS players, especially if you stream quarterbacks and season long. This is a great opportunity for you to see who pops up in there and who you could maybe pick up off the waiver wire. Maybe Ben Roethlisberger or Dak went undrafted in week 1. You need a starter, and these guys were all gone. These guys are rating out at about the best. Look at their old stats from 2017. If major changes didn't happen inside the offense, points allowed by the opponents. This is more of your DVP type stuff. And we're going to be using articles. We have a couple of staffers that are going to be using correlation matrices, and they aren't just based on position, because in a lot of cases, some of these teams defended the quarterback pretty well, but there was still a strong correlation. Everybody thinks a strong correlation between, say, quarterback and wide receiver 1. Well, not on all teams. On some teams, there's a stronger relation between quarterback and Gronkowski or tight end 1. Some of these types of situations you need to know so that when you formulate your stacks around your teams, you're getting off to the right start and you're pegging that number 1 correlation inside that offense. And of course, total opponent's defense thing, giving up yards, passing TDs, all that good stuff to let you know if you're typically, now we're using last year's numbers, but in about week 3, week 4, week 5, we start transitioning into 2018 numbers because the numbers start piling in. We start getting a little bit of data. If we look through running back matchups really quick, I'm assuming these are also sorted by FanDuel projections. This is really laid out well. Really, really well. Really easy on the eyes, really easy to catch the numbers that you want to be looking at. Truck stick rating. That's going to be an interesting, man. Some of the names these guys are coming up with. Hashtag truck stick. I don't know what that means. But again, these are in the front of the table. The first thing you see for a reason. Our designers have got some sort of a compiled rating in there, and they're going to be teaching us how to use that. That's compiling, I'm sure, a few of these columns together, and it's like a matchup rating or a DFSA grade. I'm pretty excited to see how that shakes out. Opportunity cost is another big one. That's a value hunting statistic for you. You can even sort by it if you wanted to sort by descending and get all of the, or maybe even ascending, get the small numbers to the top to get the cheapest opportunities to the top, would be how you would do that. Fantasy point, you can filter it out too. You don't want to see anyone between, say, $300 and $400. That's all you want to look at. You could sort that out by filters. It's an amazing tool. I'm learning to use this thing more and more in baseball all the time, and I really cut the fluff out. I can get the trash right off my slate. When I look over here, I can see fantasy points, Vegas lines, week 1 projections. Looks like a lot of the same type of stuff. And I'm sure we get over here into the defensive ratings. Yep, there's the opponent's defense, points allowed. Ooh, red zone. One thing may have to ask them to put touches in here. Inside, well, these are running backs, so obviously attempts are a good thing, but maybe I don't see targets in here. Targets would be important inside red zone as well. Maybe we'll have to talk to the designers about that. I'm going to make a note of that real quick. RZTGTRB. Is that enough for you? Put that on your license plate. Drive around town. Nobody will know what the hell you're talking about. Wide receiver is going to be a lot the same. Sticky hands. I think that one's a little bit self-explanatory. Opportunity cost, again, fantasy points, Vegas lines. Let's scroll on over and see if we get those red zone targets and touches in here too. There's your DBP information again. Inside the 10, inside the 20. Of course, those are very important. Inside the 20 is great, but inside the 10 is even better. You're going to score. The closer you get to the end zone, obviously, you're going to score. Tight ends get a lot of inside the 5 targets. That stuff probably all goes without saying. You're smart enough now that you know all this stuff. I'm just showing you how to look at it all in one big helicopter view. Tight ends, of course, it's going to be much the same all the way over to the tight end ratings or the red zone ratings. Let's look at the defensive stuff. I'll show you that here in a second. There's the defensive matchups. So going to be, I want to see Fanduel projections. There we go, fantasy projections, Fanduel projection points. Of course, Jacksonville's up towards the top. If Eli degaffs this baby and throws 6 picks, which we all know he's capable of doing. Look at this, targeting the rookie quarterback in Mahomes. Rookie quarterback, that's Dak. I thought that said Denver for a second. Cleveland, another inexperienced quarterback if Tyrod doesn't start. I mean, these are all guys that are in pretty good spots. I drafted New Orleans in my season long. I might have to just drop them and pick up a Pittsburgh or somebody because I'd rather play the matchup. I'm not hell-bent on keeping New Orleans throughout the year, although there will be a lot of passing in that NFC South, so maybe I do get a lot of interceptions that way. I don't know. Stack Builder is another interesting tool that I'm going to need to spend some time and learn how to build, learn how to use, but I know what we're looking at here is some of the top stacks with the correlations. Houston, stack 1, stack 2, stack 3, stack 1 position, stack 2 position, stack 3 position. Deshaun Watson and DeAndre Hopkins run it back with Chris Hogan. That's what that's showing. That's intriguing. And it's going to show you the stack value along with the projected rank and the value rank. The number 1 value rank, number 1 projected rank stack looks like it's Watson, Hopkins, and then Hogan running it back. But if you come down here to the number 1 value by about $2, but the number 1 value rating, probably price per point, is it looks like Cleveland, Tyrod Taylor, if he plays. Now remember, this stuff's going to change. Jarvis Landry, run it back with Antonio Brown. Very popular stacks. If I'm building 3-4 different lineups, which I will be doing in NFL, I'm going to be using a lot of these stacks. I'm going to be using the Stack Builder tool to really help give me some ideas at where I should go. And then I'm going to run these into our Domination Station Optimizer and further play with them and tweak them and look at the projections, and maybe I think that somebody is being a little overvalued or undervalued, and maybe I can see some of these are going to be popular and chalky, and so I might come down into here and pick up some of the lower owned ones. All sorts of possibilities open up to you when you open this tool up to yourself. Another thing you want to do is we load this up. Let's scroll this guy back over. You may want to only focus on the afternoon slate. You got all the main games, then you got the late games. Maybe you're only going to play the early only. Maybe when we get further into, I'm assuming when we get further into the season, you're going to be able to break up to the Thursday-Monday slate or the Monday-Thursday slate or just the Sunday prime time, or all of these different slates are going to be adjustable in here. So that, again, you can weed out the fluff. If I'm not playing the noon slate, why do I need to look at the noon games? If I am only playing the noon slate and not the all-day main slate, why wouldn't I just look at the early onlys? These are ways we're going to get into dissecting football. And dude, I'm so excited. I need to drink some coffee. My goodness, I'm sorry. If you wanted to cut down just certain teams, what you'd end up doing is you take Cleveland, hold down the control key, New York, Pittsburgh, Indianapolis, and now you're only looking at those 4 teams. It's another way to play this game. There's just so many different ways. This is so customizable. There's your time filters. It's just so simple to come down in here and sort and play with the filters and just weed out the fluff and weed out the trash and get just the numbers you're wanting to see. We use that in baseball all the time. I want a WOBA over a certain number. I want an ISO over a certain number. So I'll filter out the WOBAs greater than 400 and the ISOs greater than 250, and I'll look at a very small sample size of 7 days, and I'm only dealing with the hot smashing bats, and that's helping build better MLB lineups. This tool will do the same thing for you for NFL. Why don't you take 10 minutes, sign up, become a VIP, jump down to the comments section, click the link, use the coupon code CHOP, C-H-O-P, jump inside, become a VIP today, and we'll get this baby rolling for you for week 1. Take care, guys. Hope you're excited. I know I'm excited about the football season.